fabulous. I loved it so much. Excellent. Thank you so much, Jessie, for sharing. Our next featured storyteller is Sharron Attwood. Sharron Attwood, the lady with the sometimes red, sometimes purple hair. Tonight it's purple. And Sharron is a veteran storyteller at Stories from the Heart. She spoke at the very, very first event. She was one of the very first people that had their arm severely twisted around the back and got a drink poured down her throat, and she said yes. And I'm so glad she did. She's been back a couple of times, and very delighted to have Sharron. And tonight she is going to share with us a tale called What If I'm Alone Forever? Please make welcome Sharron Attwood.
What if this is it? What if this, tonight, is really all there is? And what if I'm alone forever? Also, what if I just spend way too much time in my own head thinking these thoughts? Because after all, I've got kids, and when you've got kids, you're never truly alone at the important times, like on the phone and on the toilet. Because in my house, probably like all of your houses, we have that policy that no one pees alone. But what this line of thinking did do for me over the last year, and thinking if it is about me and if I am truly going to be always alone, is it's made me think about how I care for myself, and thinking, well, if it's all about me and myself, I should take care of myself. So like most of us, when we're faced with this situation, I decided to pay some attention to the physical. And I joined a gym. And I even went for a few weeks. But as is the custom in Australia, I let them keep taking the money out of my bank account a little bit longer. Because as the ads say, go for 3 months, pay for 6. Leaving my options open. But I got a little bit out of that, and I thought, well, what else can I do? And at my age, I thought, well, I'd best look after this. So I decided to go and have a facial. And I'm terrible with facials because I find it very hard to justify the whale music, the soothing lights, the soft towels. So instead of that, I signed up. I said, what's the most extreme thing you can do to me? So I paid up and I went in for a course of skin needling. And it's where they actually punch 200,000 holes into your fully anaesthetised face. And now the idea of skin needling is that it promotes healing, promotes rejuvenation. I should seem firmer than ever before. But you then follow that up with a course of microdermabrasion. And the best way to explain microdermabrasion is it's kind of like sandblasting for your face. But it's actually a lot more relaxing than it sounds. So I went down that path and I was thinking, yep, I'm looking after myself. You know, a bit of the inside, bit of the outside. What can I do next? I thought, I'll get rebellious. I'm going to get a tattoo. And I ended up, as luck would have it, got 2 tattoos. One left eyebrow and one right eyebrow. Because at my advancing years and slowly deteriorating eyesight, that was something I thought I could justify. Because forevermore, my eyebrows will be where they should be. And I will have 2 of them. It also meant for my children that they could go to school the next day and be like, guess what? Mum got inked yesterday. So that was kind of cool. But then I knew there should be something else. There must be something else I should be doing for myself. And it was at that point that I discovered the term self-care. I also discovered, ladies and gentlemen, that self-care is more than a term. It's an entire movement unto itself. It saw me drumming and humming and tapping and singing and watching all those prerequisite TED Talks, adopting the power poses that we're all supposed to use. It also saw me indulging in a bit of kale, which I ate, which I drank, all in the pursuit of self-care. It was also at this time I discovered a ladies' networking group, and they had an entire evening devoted to the pursuit of self-care. So I went along fully expecting that I would encounter my greatest ever breakthrough into how I could look after myself, how I could unselfishly try to put myself first. And I went along and there's ladies there exhibiting and they're talking about hair, skincare, retreats. You know, we're looking at things like massages, and then there was a lady there that sold candles. And I quickly discovered that the main thing you need when adopting a routine of self-care is lots and lots and lots of candles. So I got thoroughly prepared. And over the course of that evening, we were divided off into smaller groups. And the objective of the group was that everyone went around and discussed what it was that the gift they had given to themselves in the week prior in their personal pursuit of self-care. And we went around the group and I was just fascinated with these tales of these meticulously maintained gratitude journals. Tales of meditation, incantations, and, of course, essential oils for every occasion. But all I was filled with was a sense of impending trepidation because I had nothing to share. I couldn't think of anything. I was like so impressed with these ladies, you know, these Instagram-worthy tales of what they had done during the week, but I had nothing. And so when it got to my turn, I thought, well, I'll just be honest. Hey, ladies, I'm Sharron. I'm crap at self-care. And they huddled around me. They're like, it can't be true. We've got to find something for you to do. So they challenged me and they said, over the coming week, how about what you do is you try your own gratitude journal and you just jot down a few lines every day and discover, you know, the things that you're grateful for in life. And that sounded like a really great idea. So I undertook that challenge. But then, you know, I'm Sharron and I'm rubbish at self-care. And it didn't last very long. I think I actually bought a journal and that was as far as it got. So we got to the Sunday and online they had the whole hashtag self-care Sunday thing going on their Facebook group. And I thought, well, I better post something. And they say there's these, you know, people down the beach and they're walking hand in hand with their lover in the forest. You know, they're meditating by the river. And I'm like, I actually feel quite good today. But I'm not doing any of those things. But I'm thinking, well, I've got to post something. And I knew that I was doing something that I felt truly passionate about. So I got on that site and I decided to post hashtag self-care Sunday. Happy Bathurst Sundays, ladies. Kicking back with an icy cold Pepsi Max, enjoying the start of the race. And crickets. No one had anything to say. They didn't have much to add about my post, but I thought, well, it takes us back to a simpler time. And it made me question why it was that all of a sudden we'd made it so hard to be nice to ourselves. I decided to be honest, and other people were honest back to me. You know, I started using the good glassware when I'm just home on my own. I use the guest towels in my bathroom. And I lit all of those candles. Because at the end of the day, when it's all about me, and perhaps it is just me, I'm going to look after me the best way that I know how, and I'm okay with that going forward.